Rated N for nasty.
Welcome aboard everyone, this is Captain Buck Nasty speaking. This is an episode of MOAB Breakdown where I do a play-by-play for you on my MOAB gameplay. So let's jump right in. I'm playing some Domination, I'm using the Scar, and I'm running Specialist, which in my opinion is the best strike package in getting MOABs. So I see here my teammate is already going B, so I decided to take this back route because not only is this where the enemy team would be rushing and I can get some kills, but I also can protect my teammate at B from this side. I throw a concussion grenade to see if I get any hit markers and I get an easy kill. Now I'm coming around B to catch the enemies that rush down the middle from C. I see that the B flag is being taken, so I stick it to him from behind. Now when I reload, I crouched and I went behind this pillar to take cover, and I peeked at A alley to make sure I'm not getting flanked. So now I head out to middle hall to make sure that's clear and also that B is clear. No one is behind me and I'm good to go. I see a flash go off in the top corner. I'll play that again for you, meaning there's some action upstairs, so that's where I decide to go. I do a quick peek at the door to make sure I don't get flanked from behind, and I see this enemy with the right shield, and he obviously has the advantage over me because one more shot from his shield I'm dead. I'm in this narrow stairway and he's in an elevated position, so I decide not to fight him. I hip fire this guy because I have low health and we came at each other by surprise, so I got lucky he missed his shots, but it wasn't luck that I landed mine. Now I realize we just flipped the spawn from C to A and I get my health back, so I circle back around to get the guy with the right shield, and I quickly peek across the building here to make sure I don't get shot from the side as I look carefully down this hall, and I do see an enemy, and I should have saved my grenade here until I was sure because I thought he was going for B flag, and I do see a second enemy thanks to marksman and protect B flag, and I get all my specialist perks. So now I come back to catch enemies spawning from tower, and I do end up getting the guy with the right shield. Now thanks to my headset I hear an enemy downstairs, plus he's on the radar, so I dump on his face. I see that's clear and that's clear. And now I want to check the upstairs hallway because I know they are still spawning on A, which leads to a triple. Now some of you might have just ran out this hallway, but I decided not to because the 3 guys I just killed are anticipating me to come out that hallway. So I decide to flank around, and guess what? I was right. You see how he's just standing there waiting for me? Sit the fuck down. This is sort of like poker, you know? You have to think what the other person is thinking and act accordingly. I see that B flag is being taken, but my teammate takes care of it. A flag is being taken, so I know the enemy team is still spawning at A and not C, so that's where I head. And it gets me a couple kills. Now I see my teammates are all on this side, meaning the enemy team is spawning on the other side of the map, so that's where I check. I jump down here, and I do see the ballistics vest, but I don't get it quite yet because I want to make sure there's no enemies close by, so I check first. And now I equip the ballistics vest while looking down this entrance, and I see some red dots popping up on my HUD, so I take care of it. Now I know I'm on a pretty good streak, so I decide to circle around the back and stay away from the middle from all the action, which leads me to run into this guy who's trying to creep up from behind. Now my plan was to flank the enemy, who I know is still spawning at A, from the tower side. I see my teammate is upstairs, so I know the area is pretty much clear, and I head upstairs. I see some enemies, but I decide not to stay and try to kill them because they could have snipers. So I retrieve through the back way. B flag is being taken, so I know they are trying to leak out to B or maybe even C, seeing that none of my teammates are in that area. So I head upstairs and I'm just scoping out both A side and C side, and back to B side to know my situation. So C flag is being taken, but I don't know if we flipped the spawn or if someone just leaked through the back. And seeing how there's only one enemy taking the flag, I guess they are still spawning at A. So I take C with my teammate, and this was a risky decision I made, knowing there's a predator missile in the air and is probably headed to C. But I knew there would be enough time, and I have the blind eye perk, meaning he was going to probably land it on my other teammate, but I still shouldn't have gambled, and I could have waited to take the flag after the predator missile dropped. But it worked out because this guy would have probably killed me from behind. But I drop shot his ass and I continue my streak. So they failed to catch C, which means they are spawning back at A, so I decided to head back there, and I clean up a few leaks. I go back upstairs, I run into this guy and I hit fire his ass. Now I feel I'm really getting close to my MOAB, so I'm gonna try to stay in this area and hold it down. I'm not gonna try to rush into their spawn or anything, I'm going to play it careful. I just need a few more kills and I run into this riot shield guy, but unfortunately can't get the kill. So I'm paying close attention to my headset display to see if any red dots appear and just keep track of where my teammates are. I see my teammates have this area pretty much locked down, but I still want to try to stay away from the middle of the map. I was going to follow my teammate into A, but seeing that the enemy could be spawning anywhere here, here, or even here, I decided to back out to B. And my HUD tells me I was right, and my teammate did in fact die. So I see that B is getting naded, so I figured the enemy is pushing B, so I try to defend, but my teammates are already on it. And now knowing where the enemy is, thanks to my teammate that got killed, I head towards back to the tower area. But I don't want to take the side stairs, and I take the back stairs because I want to flank these guys. So I come around from behind and decide to head towards Arc Road, and I see these two busters here, and I get a double MOAB! Ooh, wee, ooh. So there you go guys, this was a breakdown of my MOAB gameplay. This is a way not only to show you gameplay, but sort of let you guys into my head and know what my thought process is and how decision making is everything in this game. So let me know if you guys want more of these. Thanks for flying Buck Nasty Airlines, and I will see you on the next flight.